Bro, his problem is his finishing yard, man. My man can't hit the barn door for all, bro. That's his biggest problem. So
Who's that?
me off the
That's so not true, man.
Martinelli.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
what do you mean it's so not true? Are you mad, bro?
Martinelli.
The guy scored 1 goal against Real Madrid and that's so not true.
Okay,
Get out of here, bro. Come
on, guys. This is so unfair. Martinelli is one of the top 3 finishers in our club, man. Yes, he's missed some chances.
If he's one of the top 3 finishers in our club, bro, we are absolutely doomed. We might as well put rocks on our feet and jump in the ocean if that's the case.
So okay then. When we have Martinelli 4 seasons ago, and we look at Martinelli at that time, 4 seasons ago, people said, listen, this player value, anybody need him value over 60, 70 million.
Exactly.
Like, if he's regressing, it's not his fault only because you have a coach. Yeah? So we know there's a player in Martinelli. So we're not going to just flip it and say, he's
bro, is his finishing. Did you not hear what I said? Finishing is the problem, bro. Finishing is the biggest problem.
All right, then.
Me,
can I tell you?
Too many opportunities he gets into, and he don't put the ball in the back of the net. Bro.
You're
right. It's not good enough. I don't give a fuck.
Can I tell you the biggest problem? The biggest problem Martinelli have, and I don't know if anybody see this. Martinelli ain't not supposed to be playing on the wing. You're killing his game. And I've been crying out for Martinelli to play through the middle for the last 3 years. You go back and listen to AFTV. I said, why you don't play Martinelli through the middle? Worse when we got City, when City used to batter us, Liverpool, all of them, when they played at the eye line. That's Martinelli. Even Sunday, do Newcastle, do you see what Martinelli was? Martinelli all up him, man, and just flashing back down like, listen, man, you like not looking at me. Look. And then nobody, because guess what? Martinelli's strength, play the ball over the top, let him run on it. That's him. So if you're going to play the ball behind and give him going to play it back to you. So you're going to say Martinelli ain't no good. Everybody miss clear opportunity. Saka miss
against Madrid.
Daylight opportunity, which we know Saka will bury that 9 times out of 10.
Man. He misses too many. In order for us to be successful, bro, our wingers, and our strikers need to be killers, bro. That is the truth of the matter, And Martinelli
and I'm not saying no, but
he is a bench player, really. He should be coming on the last 20 minutes on the game, when players are tired, to absolutely run ragged, and try to change a game if we need to.
Man. You know
we need somebody more clinical, somebody that's going to be more nimble, somebody who's going to find the pass early, somebody who's going to deliver across early, somebody who's going to get into the box and score the fucking goal. Like, this is what I'm saying, bro. You know, we've had him for a couple of years now, and I'm not hating on the guy. I like the guy, bro. When the guys come in, bro, I'm giving him all his props, but we got to call it as it is, bro. There's so many times, when Martinelli's been opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net, and he doesn't do it, bro. You're telling me we can't improve on this guy, bro?
No, we can improve. We can.
No, we're not saying that we can't improve, but do you see when Martinelli playing with Kieran Tierney 2 seasons ago, he's been scoring goals. Okay, then.
But when he hasn't, you can't just. But listen, when a player's a serious player, bro, it doesn't matter who they got behind them, bro. They'll just pull it out regardless of what.
It's an 11-man sport.
Like Martin Odegaard, for example. When Martin Odegaard hasn't got Saka next to him, he ain't the same guy. That shouldn't be the case.
Agree.
Should not be the case.
Agree.
I agree.
Dan, if I may, on Martinelli, I think Premzy, firstly, about saying he can't hit a barn door. This guy almost broke Firmino's record for the most goals in the league. I just want to highlight that. I know it's in the past, but that does mean that he can score a lot of goals. And as Yardman said, when this kid came into the club,
I don't know, bro.
Let me finish. Let me finish. When he came into the club, we were all excited because we could see a real killer. I hear you, Premzy. He definitely makes a lot of mistakes, but I think he's not informed. He's being played out of position. He's lost confidence. He doesn't try to dribble anymore. He's too much tactics. He's not playing like he is anymore. And I agree with you. We can improve him, but I think we give him 1 more season. Give him better players and let's see if it unleashes him. Look how when they interchange in the front.
Yeah, but
Martinelli plays different players.
You have to look at it. Why Martinelli playing like that? Is what he's been coached to play.
It's the coach.
It's Arteta tell him to play. Martinelli is like a machine.
All right, but if that's the theory, then so next season Arteta is going to be the manager in it. So what's going to change?
We need to get in the group.
Exactly in it. So someone else needs to come in, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not Martinelli. But you're blaming Martinelli. And I keep on saying to you,
and I'm not.
Give Martin. All right, then you know what's going to happen.
What I'm saying is, all right, in 234 games, he scored 51 goals. For me, that's not good enough for my left winger. In it.
I'm not saying no.
So
But we didn't.
That's what basically all I'm saying.
Is that fair? Is that fair? If we had a better striker, does he do better? I think he does. That's all I'm saying. If we had a better,
I don't know, bro. All I know is
if we had a better attacking midfielder, right? Better attacking midfielder on his side.
So not for me, because I look, bro. You need to understand that I'm not hating or killing Martinelli. What I'm trying to say is, bro, I'm just using my eyes, watching football, and if everybody here thinks that we can't do better than Martinelli,
I agreed with you.
It's a mad thing, bro. That's all I'm saying, innit?
Because
one of them's
nobody can't do better.
Martinelli. One of them's gonna go.
But going into this season, next season, we need to win something, innit? We need to win something next season, innit? This season, like that's coming up, we have to win something. So what do we need to improve on, innit? We need to improve on the areas that we definitely need to improve on. And for me, Saka is boxed, fully clear. If we get Victor Gyökeres, hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't know, but that's a solid striker with good numbers, a good little resume, happy days. Martinelli, he's been here since 17. He's been in this team. Understand that's very young. He's had to learn on the go. He's done very well. He's done exceptional at times. But right now, when the times mattered, he's finding it very hard to get the goals. Yeah, he might have scored against Real Madrid, but I've seen it time and time again. Him get into positions. Against PSG, he had a good few opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net. Donnarumma, good keeper. Yeah, I'm not saying that. However, bro, clinical striker, Mane, people like that. It's going in.
But you see
that's just my opinion, and obviously you guys.
With Martinelli again, that's my opinion. Just one more point on Martinelli. If you realize that Martinelli have nobody feeding him, Martin Odegaard play with Saka. Martinelli have to depend upon him left back and him defender to give him anything. The only time you see Martinelli play good is when Rice go over there to give him a hand. Look when Rice play alongside him. Look when Xhaka was playing alongside him. Martin Odegaard does play with Saka. So you have to remember, this guy has been starved. When he have the ball, there's no...
I get all of that, bro. I get that. This is why I give the guy credit. He does well. He gets in a position. My problem is, bro, when he's in front of the fucking net, bro, he can't put the ball in it.
But Havertz also can. So
it's not his... Yeah, bro, then you clearly don't know me, bro, then, because before Havertz even come to the fucking club, bro, I was already losing my shit anyway. So, bro, honestly,
players are gonna miss, man. I agree with you. He's not deadly.
Yeah, but not fucking that much, bro. Not that much. When you're Arsenal Football Club and you're going for Champions Leagues and Premier League,
you also
got to put the ball in the back of the net, man.
So, Premzy, we're gonna get an upgrade on him, but I don't think we sell him straight away. We gotta also build the rest of the team.
Nobody said sell him. Nobody said sell him, bro. Nobody said sell him. Against PSG, what was our bench, bro?
Bro, that's Arteta's fault.
That's what
I'm trying to say is we can't just. This is the mindset we have. If we just think, we can't get better than this, or we're gonna have to sell him to get this person, we're never gonna improve as a team and a squad.
Yeah.
No, nobody never said we're not supposed to improve on Martinelli's side. Nobody say that. But when people just gonna look like he's nothing, like we need. Well, look at it. Like if the guy have people around him who can play, who help, because everybody need help at times. Everybody need help. And I don't believe that Martinelli's got underneath the right coach for one. Me personally, I don't believe that the coach is the coach for Martinelli. And when he left, if he left, then you're going to see when that guy drop on that proper coach who going to coach him properly, you're going to see a different player. You're going to see a beast in that guy because in pace alone, we'll do it for him. But moving on from that, like we said, who we're gonna get? We were saying that that guy, what's his name from Real Madrid?
Rodrigo.
Is Arsenal gonna go for it?
No, we're gonna say Rodrigo is free. No, 100 million. We're not gonna go sign him.
We're gonna say that. Rodrigo. We know that he's not playing at Real Madrid.
No, okay, my man from what's his name? Semenyo, whatever his name.
Semenyo.
There we go.
Yeah,
better than him. Happy days.
Yeah, but like I said, we know how Mikel Arteta stay. What's in the kitty? I think the kitty is about, they said 100 to 150 to 200. That's right here.
It's gonna be more. But we just got to the semi-final. Yeah, we got no PSR problems. We hopefully finished second in the league. We did spend fuck all in January, bro. They're bringing out kits left, right, and centre, bro. We got a lot more than 150 to spend. Best believe that. I'm telling you now for a fact.
I think it'll be 250 nearer. But I've got to be honest, like what we're saying, I mean, Marty, I'll come to you. Like, how many players do you think Arsenal need?
Marty's going to sit down with his fingers in his ears by the end of this.
Yeah,
do you know what?
And how many players do you think we will get? They're the two questions I need to ask. How many players do we need this summer? And how many players do you think we're going to get?
If I'm honest with you, I think we need 3 players. And I know you, before you lot all jump in on me and go, oh no, we need fucking 15. We need to strip the whole team out there, shit. We need to sack the manager and all that. Listen, you've got to understand is you put, let's say hypothetically, you buy Gyökeres. Like, I think that's essentially a done deal, and Zubimendi, right? Then you need a player like an Eze, a Semenyo, or, you know, a Rodrigo, or a Gooner, or someone like that, a player that can play across the front three, right? That can fill in if you need to. Also, what you get with Eze, he can play in the 10. He can play on the left. He can play on the right. He's versatile. You know, similar to Gooner, that sort of player, or Semenyo, and they're game changing. They're quick players. You bring in those players, then on the bench, essentially, let's say you played with, I don't know, Gyökeres, Saka on the right, and then let's say Eze on the left and Odegaard behind, and Zubimendi and Rice. That's your midfield. You know, that's your front six. Then on the bench, you've got Havertz, you've got Martinelli, you've got Trossard, and you've got Wanyeri. It's not a bad bench.
Martinelli and Trossard won't be on the bench, so you can get that out. Trossard will be leaving. Them two won't be on the bench.
I'm telling you, they're not going to be leaving. Martinelli and Trossard will be at this club next season.
Okay, then you will see. Then that simply means that we're not going to get another right winger or left winger then.
All we need, we've got the money to do it. We've got the money to do it. They've said, like you said, Yardman, they've got 150 million. Gyökeres is 60, Zubimendi's 50. That leaves another 60 million.
No. Matty, if you go to Crystal Palace and you throw 60 million quid at them, they will give you Eze in a heartbeat. If you go to any of these clubs, if you go to Bournemouth and offer them 60 million quid for Semenyo, they'll give him. If you go to Wolves and you offer them 60 million quid for Gooner, similar thing. These players are available for that money. That's your 3 players. That completely and utterly changes everything. It does, because then you've got strength and depth in numbers. Tell me you haven't.
We do.
Matty, you're living in a cuckoo land.
And not at all. Not at all. What, it's unrealistic for us to go and buy 3 players like that.
No,
but Mikel Arteta would never buy. First and foremost, whilst they're living in cuckoo land, Arteta could never coach Konya. He could never coach that guy, and he would look past that guy. He would not even blink to get that guy. You understand? And secondly, that's not all the money spent. So we believe that if Arsenal say they're gonna have 200 million in the kitty, the 200 million not gonna spend and play like that. They're not gonna go to, you just saying like go to Crystal Palace and get Eze 60 million. They don't get 60 million right away. So when we say we got money, 200 million doesn't spend like that. You understand? It's not like we're just gonna say, oh, here's 60 million upfront, one time done. No, it doesn't work like that.
You pay it in stages and you pay it in installments. You don't.
So, but the type of player them that you are calling out, they will never be an Arsenal player under Arteta. And this is where we have to understand that if we're gonna call off a player, if we need certain player to come to the club, then we have to just bend our mind and say, you know what? Enough is enough. You know what the problem is, that we're afraid. We are so afraid of change, and we just believe that change it out, because those players that you're calling out.
I'm not afraid of
changing Arteta. No, you are afraid. No, you are afraid. You are afraid.
Listen, I'm not afraid of it.
Yo, speak for yourselves.
Hear me out. Let me explain this. I'm not afraid of changing Arteta. In my lifetime, I've seen many a manager come and go. Believe you me, and I ain't had a problem with it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But every single player on that team is one of Arteta's players, apart from Saka, because he was already there. Okay, it makes
Martinelli and Saliba.
Whoa! Let me talk. Right, it makes absolutely 0 sense to sack the manager now after letting him do this complete rebuild process, and at the final hurdle, when you're about to put the final pieces in the jigsaw, go and sack the guy. That's just
But really and
insane.
truly, them final pieces should have been
It's
done.
like building up a business.
Exactly,
Hang on.
exactly,
It's like building up a business, and you're just about to put the signs on the front, and you're just about to open the doors, and then you fucking you shut the shop or whatever, or you don't pay the rent, or you don't pay the electricity bill. Seriously, it
but
does not make any sense whatsoever. You've got to let the guy play out next season. Go and give him the money this season to go and buy the players, which everyone knows we need. Go and buy the players, and if next season we're shocking and we don't win anything and we go downhill, then his neck's going to be chopped. His head's going to be chopped. It's as simple as that.
Marty,
right? But you have got to let him, give him the money this summer to buy the 3 players that we need. Right? Go and buy those players. And if then next season we do not do the business, then at the end of it, questions will be asked.